Well, good afternoon, everybody. It is early autumn, and I am just down here at the Shell station filling up our pickup and filling up our Thunder Creek fuel trailer because it is time. It is time. It is time to get out there and start picking some cotton. Got all of the corn foraged up earlier today. Got it covered with a blanket. Got it covered with the plastic and everything down here. Got everything put away. Go ahead and show you guys what's going on. Our loader over there. Put our trailer in the building. And there we've got our silage. We got it all in, or soon to be silage. We got it all in the one bunker there. It wasn't going to hold much more than this. We've got 1.2 million liters worth of product in here. Nice mountain. This will surely take all winter, maybe even into spring to process. Head on back out and we'll close up the gate because really there isn't much more going on down here until winter time. One of the reasons why I wanted to put fuel in our trailer here is that our forage harvester, well, it actually ran out of fuel. Or hazards on while we come down here and close our gate. It actually ran out of fuel in the field. Weren't really paying attention to the fuel gauge, and actually ran it dry yesterday evening. If you ever ran a piece of machinery dry in the fuel, you know that sometimes it can be quite hard to get started back up. So that's why I wanted to basically get this thing full. Bring it down here. We're going to stage it over here by our cotton fields. Daryl had our cotton harvester already out, doing some maintenance on it, greasing it up, making sure all the belts were good, chains were tight, and that pretty much it was in good working order for our cotton harvest. Here's one of our cotton fields coming up right here on the left. Neighbors have already been out harvesting their soybeans. Our beans, we put them in late. They're not going to be ready. Not until hopefully late August. Did have rain last night, and they're calling for rain this evening. And pretty much rain for the rest of the week. So thought we'd come out here and see if we can't get some of this cotton taken care of before the rain kind of sets in. I'm kind of concerned that once the rain sets in, it might be quite a while before the cotton is dried off and ready for us to. Man, I just had this thing washed. Can't keep anything clean around here. Check this out. Looks like he's got it all maintenanced up. Everything ready to go. We probably just need to top it off with fuel and head out here into the field. Yeah, we got a little. Got mostly a full tank. Looking at the gauge there, but I want to just go ahead and kind of top it off. Fuel is on the driver's side. Don't want to hit the fuel pump. Oh, that was wrong. Fuel is on this side. Oh, where is it? I like to pull up. Oh, here it is. There's the fuel. Okay, I was going to say, I'd like to pull up on the right side of the field, right side of the pump. We're going to pretend we're going to fuel up the implement. We might as well be on the proper side. I want to hit the pole when we get out of here. Alright, well that should just about do us. With that digital readout, a bit more accurate than the gauge. $1,401 is what we're looking for, and there we go. 1,401 liters of fuel. Thought we'd start up here on these smaller fields, get them hammered out. You still need to haul compost over here from the Raswood factory. That'd be quite a busy winter. But we were selling silage and compost. Didn't have any time to head into the woods. We've got to sell all those wood chip bales too this winter. So busy times, but we don't have the, unlike last year, we just don't have the hay to spare. Thing all folded up. It's kind of funny. With lots of farm machinery, you unfold it to get it ready to work. This thing, you have to fold it up. We have did buy a GPS on this. Just a little bit back there, but that'll be fine. Yeah, today we're going to, or should I say this afternoon, we're going to try to get as much cotton harvested as possible. Like I said, if we look at the forecast, on the tablet, see that we've got rain tonight, rain tomorrow, rain Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's just going to take us all the way into the middle of autumn. At that point, our beans might be ready. We have cotton still to bring in. Hoping for another cut on our grass. We're going to need to get out there and fertilize the grass. We're going to have to spray it before it gets too terrible tall. Because if it gets too tall, herbicide's not going to do it any favors, that's for sure. Got our cornfields. I wanted to maybe see about putting some manure in. Them worked up probably over winter. Got lots going on this time of year. From the start of summer until winter, we are busy down here on the Emerald Coast. We're not harvesting, we're planting in the early summer, trying to get ready for a late autumn harvest. Maximize our profits. If we can make these fields do double duty, well, that's all the better. Especially on good years, because there's plenty of bad years. That's for sure. These two fields, I just kind of harvest them as one whole field. Don't want to plow this center row up. There may be a time of day when we want to put something different in one of these over the other one. Usually we just plant the same crop in both of these. We just pick up the cedar when we get to that row, get to that little access road. New JCB, it's going to work out really good for us down at the BGA. Though I did notice with the dual front wheels, you can't put it in the building. So we're not going to be able to put it in the maintenance shed with the wide front wheels on it. We're going to have to do our maintenance outside the building. We just might have to take those wheels off the front if we ever want to, if we ever need to get it in the building. Didn't really think about that, I don't think, when we bought it that way. Endless expanse of cotton. Because we've got another field below this one, cotton in it. Then down there past the cotton we have those sugar beets. We still need to hunt down a sugar beet harvester. We're gonna have that to come in too. Forgot about our sugar beets there for a minute. I think I'm going to call up that farmer that gave us those sugar beets earlier in the year, because he had an excess. He just might be able to help us out with a harvester. He can't help us out. Maybe he knows somebody else that could help us out, either harvest our beets on some sort of contract, loan us a sugar beet harvester, or if there's somebody out there that might have an older sugar beet harvester that they're wanting to get rid of, if the price is right, they say, we might be in the market to pick one up. I really don't know too much about sugar beet harvesting, sugar beets in general. Gosh, we only put sugar beets in the ground because of our association with the compost factory. Weren't associated with Razwood in any way, then we wouldn't be putting sugar beets in the ground at all. Such an expensive piece of equipment. Then again, compost is quite lucrative, so it wouldn't take long. Wouldn't take long at all to make money back on that investment. So it might not be in our best interest to pick up something used. Now that I'm thinking a bit about it, I'm gonna ask that guy what he would suggest for a honest priced piece of machinery that will get the job done but not break the bank. And kind of late to be placing an order for one. After all, it is autumn. In fact, any sugar beet harvest equipment that might be in the area has probably been earmarked. That might also cost a tag on it. I should have thought about this. It cost an arm and a leg to get one hauled down from Michigan. I think they're big into sugar beets up there. I have to look into that tonight. Definitely need to look into that tonight, because if we're going to need to be harvesting sugar beets anytime soon, we're going to have to line up a harvester. Got the gauges. It looks like we're about ready to drop a bale. Yeah, this harvester, if you're not familiar with this harvester, this is part of that, I call it the McCormick Cotton DLC, simply because it was named the John Deere Cotton DLC, and this is the only piece of John Deere equipment that was in the DLC. There's 5 other pieces of equipment, all McCormick. So I call it the McCormick DLC because, well, there was far more McCormick equipment than John Deere equipment. This is kind of a interesting harvester in the fact that it has 2 chambers. It has kind of like a pre-compaction chamber, and it has a bale chamber. And each bale is basically 10,000 liters. And what we do is we fill up the pre-compaction chamber with 2,500 liters worth of cotton. That is the chamber here in the front. And then once it's full at 2,500 liters, it moves cotton to the bale chamber, where it, I guess, starts being pressed into a round bale. And basically we fill the pre-compaction chamber 4 times. Then when it's filled the 4th time, basically it then wraps the bale in this yellow plastic and drops it out the back onto that little tray. And we can leave it on the tray, or we could drop it. So I chose to drop that one. You can choose to have left it on the tray and basically made another bale and basically dropped, kind of like our round baler that we looked at with cloths. We could choose to drop 2 bales side by side, make it easier for the collecting trailer. Kind of an interesting piece of equipment. The bales that this makes are a bit smaller than the bales that we often see with the case harvester. Case cotton picker makes big rectangular bales that really aren't bales because they're not strapped with anything. They're just kind of compressed together in big rectangles. What we'll do, guys, is I'll just clip this camera to the to a window mount here, and for the next little bit, we'll just do a bit of a time lapse as we work through the rest of this field. I'll bring you guys back once we are done this field. Probably be dark by then. I hope you enjoy the tunes. Guys, it is heading into 7 p.m. here. I'm going to go ahead and put this camera down, and we're going to keep on harvesting this field until we just can't harvest anymore. Got a lot of work to do in the next few weeks for sure. Want to make sure that we are good to go and we're not too terribly backed up. I think we got a total of 3.5 bales off of those 2 little fields here. Probably going to get another maybe 4 bales off of this one. This field is a bit bigger than those 2 fields combined. So hopefully we're going to get more bales off of that one. Like I said, I've got to hunt down a beet harvester. I've got a feeling that once the rain moves out of here, those beets are going to be ready to come up out of the ground. And we're going to need a way to get them up out of the ground, or we're going to lose them. Let me know in the comments, what do you think of Emerald Coast? How you liking the gameplay? How you liking how the series is progressing? It's going to be a long haul. kind of what we set out for. We started this whole 10-year concept in 2017. Didn't get through 10 years in 2017 before 2019 came out. And to wait for map to come out for 2019 to pick the series back up. But hopefully we'll be able to get this thing done before 2021 comes out. Because I would hate to have to think that we'd be continuing this through 3 different versions of the game. We're not done in 10 years. By the time 2021 comes out, well, then I think we'll just have to call it there. So until next time, happy farming. Be sure to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell.